If you've clicked on this video, I want to say thank you for tuning in. And before we get started, I'd like to mention I am in no way, shape, form, or fashion going to slander, belittle, or bash anyone in this video. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I will only give my non-biased opinion from a viewer's perspective while respecting the families and the privacy aside from the show. If you're tuning in right now, it's because you can relate with me when I say that Married to Medicine Atlanta is the best reality show on TV, hands down. If you disagree, you can get out. No, I'm just playing. But no, if you're watching this, I'd like to say thank you. Although this segment is almost over, a new season will eventually generate in the future. But until then, you all can look forward to my reviews and commentary on your other favorite shows and new movies. The next one coming up I plan on doing soon is Tyler Perry's new show, Zatima. So please, please, please stick around. Go ahead and subscribe. That will mean the absolute world to me, and share if you care. But without further ado, let's get into the moment we've all been waiting for, the Married to Medicine Season 9 reunion. The first thing we have to do before we do anything is attack these looks, of course. The looks for a reunion show is like the halftime show for the Super Bowl. Everybody's tuning in to see it. Well, at least I know I am. Because what's a reunion without the looks, right? Right. So the first look of the night we have is Dr. Jackie. She wore this long silk red gown with a peeking shoulder, thigh, and ribs. And it also has those dramatic flowing sleeves. A really classy look, but sexy too. And that's kind of Dr. Jackie's style, sexy / classy. So for this look, I gave it a 10 out of 10. On to the next look, we have Miss Quad. She rocked a shapely, low-cut, beaded, champagne-colored dress. It sort of looked flapper inspired. But am I wrong when I say this dress doesn't really look like anything we haven't seen Miss Quad in before? I mean, we sort of could have predicted this look. Quad's style is always silhouette-y and shiny or shimmery. Anyway, I gave it a 9 out of 10 because her makeup was really cute and her hair was too. Next is Anila, who also wore a champagne color dress. Hers was studded mesh with the gaping chest with the feathered mermaid tail bottom. And this is the cutest I've actually ever seen Anila. She looked very toned. But a 10 out of 10 for Anila's look. After that, we have Toya's look. Now, Toya never disappoints when it comes to what's unique. Her dress / look doesn't always fit the mold. This golden crimped dress is sexy and memorable. With the flow of the dress coupled with the side boob, I'll always remember this look as one of hers. So, as a whole, I will say I give her a 9.5 out of 10. Then we have Dr. Contessa. This light mint puffy sleeve dress is not a favorite of mine. This look was a miss for me, but what I will say is I love the belted ponytail. Absolutely stunning and elegant representation of a ponytail. Her hairstyle and makeup, I'll give a 10 out of 10. But everything else, I would just say a 7 out of 10 because it was a no. Next we have is Dr. Simone. I say this was a typical look. Dr. Simone's style is short or fitted, but always pretty and fit in the occasion. This number is what us all black folks like to refer to as a Tina Turner dress. And y'all know I'm right. Every time we see this, we always picture Anna Mae rolling on the river. But anyway, I'd give this silver dangly number a 8.5 out of 10. And lastly, we have Dr. Heavenly, which I saved for last because hers was my favorite look of the night. She had a beaded, corseted, golden dress with a dramatic sleeve like Dr. Jackie's dress. It was a real shapely and thoughtful dress. Whoever designed it understood the assignment. Her look was the best of the night in my opinion, but I'd love to hear you all's opinion in the comments below. 10 out of 10 from me for Dr. Heavenly, but whose look do you all think stole the night? Was it Dr. Jackie, Quad, Anila, Toya, Contessa, Simone, or Heavenly? And before you all ask, no, you cannot choose more than one. But anyway, I know you all noticed that Audra was not in attendance, which we can all automatically assume is because they're close to welcoming their little one and the stress that may come from the reunion won't be good for the mommy to be. That's a logical assumption, right? Well, anywho, let's get into the reunion itself. Y'all, right off the bat, they got Dr. Contessa rolling up into the trailer where Dr. Heavenly is getting ready, and she came and chose violence. I'm not sure what would have happened had security not been there, but I sure would have liked to find out. Contessa's still on that subject of Heavenly talking about her friends publicly, and I don't know if it's all the old stuff she's hung up on or if something new has transpired since filming. But I really hope they elaborate on it in the reunion, because if they don't, I'll be stuck stalking their lives until the new season comes. On to the introduction. Andy does his usual addresses to all the women, then starts the reunion off with a quad recap of how much her life has changed since the last season, and that's the opening for the group to start discussing the rumors of Quad's possibly sleeping with her contractor being the reason for her being able to afford such a beautiful home, which I think is crap. I've had family say similar things about my achievements, and it hurts, especially when it comes from people who are supposed to love you. But anyway, it isn't until Andy opens the floor to Toya on the next topic that all hell breaks loose. When he asks Toya on what she thinks of Quad's new home and does she think it's an upgrade from Quad's bullcrap apartment, she basically says she's never been a hater, but instead that's what they do to her. Then there's a bunch of back and forth. Child, everything from Toya doesn't respect her husband to Toya saying Quad wishes she had a husband like Eugene. Then Toya's questioning Quad's income and Toya showing her own monthly incomes. That's when Quad counter responds on the rumors of her sleeping with her contractor with the polygraph test, stating that she didn't. If it's one thing this cast learned from OG Mariah, it's to provide receipts. And even though polygraphs are inadmissible in court, they did prove no deceptiveness, which means Quad is telling the truth, which I hope will dead this, because they brought an innocent man and his family into their mess. Following this reunion premiere, Dr. Heavenly did go live with a YouTube vlogger by the name of Richie Sky with her own comments on Toya and Quad's back and forth, and she said this.
They were saying she ain't had no jobs.
I mean, when you say Toya don't have no job, when you say Quad don't have no job, their job is the show, and the show pays pretty well. But everything's relative. Did they show Toya bring out her receipts where she makes $6,000 a month?
They did. I was just about to ask you about that.
Listen, did y'all see Jackie face? Because I looked at Jackie, and Jackie don't like to fuck with me because I'm going to make her laugh, right? I'm looking at, I know this bitch ain't talking about no $6,000. Bitch. Jackie does like this. She don't even want to look at me. Listen, I be like, I know. I make that on the YouTube and we playing, and I throw a motherfucker in there every other, you know what I'm saying? So
she pulled those things out.
She said, I thought it was gonna be one client. She said that's 1 month. Bitch, that come get all my shit. See, that's why I get in trouble, because you messy. And it ain't me, it's you.
Equivalent to Anila's blogging, perhaps, per month.
Absolutely. It's nothing. I mean, it might be something to some people.
Yeah, it is, but
on a $3-4 million house, and now she got to get a house that got a tennis court. Who the fuck got a tennis court, Richie Sky? Who got a big ass pool, Richie Sky? Who got 47 acres, Richie Sky? Me, damn it, me.
It's so.
Moving on, after that discussion, they changed the subject to Dr. Heavenly, starting with the loss of her mother and how she's coping. Many feel she needs counseling and has yet to take the right steps of grieving. Then one Twitter user asked if Dr. Heavenly's antics affect her bottom line / money. Will she hold back on some of the things she said? And she responds with absolutely. But when asked why she doesn't feel or respond the same way regarding her friendship, she really had no response at all. But on to Anila. Of course, the first topic regarding Anila that's brought up were her and Dr. Kieran's Halloween party entrance as the Saja Movers, which if you've watched the show or my other videos, you already have cringed at this. It was incredibly tacky, and this joke was at the expense of Toya and Eugene. But nothing prepared me for what Toya had to say in response of this memory. When Anila said at the time her and Kieran thought it was funny dressing as Toya and Eugene's movers, Toya says, maybe we should dress up as burglars. Y'all. It ain't funny, but it is, y'all. I could not help it. That was funny. And this comes right before they reveal that Anila and Kieran have been robbed again. That's right, y'all heard me. Since the airing of the show, they have been robbed a second time, the exact same way. When no one was home, the power was cut, and threw a broken glass. At this point, they're definitely being watched and need to take some more serious precautions, cause yeah. Well, after that, Anila and Toya go back and forth on Toya's possible involvement as well as Anila's possible involvement, which results in Anila pulling out polygraph results of her own that revealed no deception, meaning she has nothing to do with the staging of her own home. And then an interesting question is brought up for Anila. Since the show aired, Anila has been on outings and vacations with Toya. So the ladies asked, if you believe Toya had anything to do with the robbery, why are you still associated with her, taking trips and all of that? Which, if you've watched my past videos, you know I've asked the same exact dang question. It just don't make sense. This conversation brought opinions out of just about everyone. But I've said once and I'll say it again, I don't think Toya had anything to do with the robbery on Anila's house. First of all, there's no point. She and Eugene have way too much to lose. And there's nothing in Anila's house that Toya couldn't buy herself. But the reunion ends on a cliffhanger when Andy asks point blank period if Anila feels that Toya had anything at all to do with the break-in of her home. A yes or no question. And that's just basically where they left us at. And this is where we all come in, y'all. We have a whole week to chat about it. If y'all made it this far in my video, first of all, I would like to say thank you. But now, do me a favor and comment below on what y'all think. Do y'all think Toya had anything to do with the robbery of Anila's home? Share with y'all's friends or family that watches the show too. Kiki with them real quick, then come back and let's chat. I will respond, I promise. I mean, come on, y'all. Let's send this season out with a bang. We only got 2 more parts to this reunion, so we got to do our due diligence, okay? But before I let y'all go, since I am a critic / commentator, I try not to box myself in or limit myself on things I review. Today is Married to Medicine. Soon it'll be food. But yesterday it was music, particularly Babyface's new album called Girls Night Out. If y'all haven't heard it, I encourage you all to go and listen to it. Great for all ages because it's nothing like it, literally. 2 different generations clash together when the legendary Babyface handpicks talented women musicians from this generation to make music with. He's on a different song with a different singer for every single one. The album features artists like Ella Mai, Money Long, Ari Lennox, Kehlani, Coco Jones, Queen Naja, Tiana Major, Baby Tate, Seven Streeter, and more. Y'all definitely go look, listen, and support. This is iconic and needs our support. It's amazing music. But that's really all I have for this video, guys. Please like and subscribe. Until next time, bye.